Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Parasite Eve. This is episode 13. So last time we went through Chinatown and we ended up discovering the hiding place of the Central Park blob, which then ran off to the museum. So while we do need to go to the museum next for our main story objective, we still have the warehouse to clear out as a bonus, which we're going to try to do this time. Alright, let's see. Do I have any BP? I do have a bit. I'm actually going to put them into my armor, because if you're planning on doing the New Game Plus dungeon, it's actually a waste to put points into your ATB and item capacity, which we'll see why once we get there. But it's better to put your points into your armor and weapons. Alright, so I think before we head out to do the warehouse, we will actually do a little bit of tinkering, since we have so many tools and so many things to break down. Alright, so... not tune-up, we just need... Okay, store equipment. So we want to modify our CM protector, and let's see. +1, +2, +2, +1, +1, +1, +1. HP max would be good. +2, +2, +1 is also good. That one's kind of crap, but we could take the stiffness resist off, which would help us out with any of the enemies that basically use the slow effect, which, you know, I think I'm going to do. I don't usually bother tuning up with these effects, but try it out this time. Alright. And then, let's see. HP max could be good, but again, those are good stat bonuses. +2 defense is also good, so we'll take that. You notice I'm focusing at the moment on defense rather than offense, but I think I'm going to do a bit of both. Alright, so let's use a regular tool. Now I could use a super tool to get the bonus and the HP plus off of the other one, which I'm going to have to end up using it, because otherwise it's just going to sit in the box until the end of the game and be useless, so I really should use that. Alright. So I'm also going to have to use a new gun, because right now we've got the grenade launcher and the G3. G3's not bad, but it's not really any better than the grenade launcher aside from range. So even if I put my bonuses on it, it's still going to be kind of the same thing. Let's see, 43 and 121. Let's see what we got in storage. Okay, there we go. Funny how I was just talking about a sort option in the last episode, completely ignoring that there's always a sort option, it's just not in the inventory window for some reason. Alright. Let's see. Our highest attack is our grenade launchers also, which also have effects, but if enemies are resistant to those effects, it's not worth using them. So, surprisingly, the shotgun is actually our next best for damage. You know, I might be tempted to just use the shotgun for now. It was doing pretty good, and burst is already a good effect. It's got 2 shots. The only thing is it's got a low capacity, but once we slap our pile of stats on it, it might actually be good for now, until we get a better rifle. Because the G3 is not great. You know, it's not that much of an upgrade, so I think we will do that. Again, I might regret this later, but we'll see. So we'll take these bonuses. And now, not bad, the shotgun has a capacity of 15 now. A range of 71, which is longer than our grenade launcher, and 62 attack. Yeah, so obviously it doesn't have more range than the rifle, but that's because that's what rifles are good at. And I think the shotgun has a faster charge time than a rifle, but I'm not sure. Again, this is stuff that you can't actually find out in-game. You can only find out by looking it up on websites. Or having the Prima strategy guide. Alright, so I guess use up the rest of our tools on any good bonuses we have here. +1, +1, +3. +2, +1. Do any of these have good abilities? Again, first is okay, but it's not great. And all the other ones we have are just, like, specific damage types. Okay, so it looks like none of these have amazing bonuses. Okay, this thing's getting pretty good. +1, +2. +1, +1, +3. I think 2 attack and 2 bullets is better than just 3 bullets. Because again, reloading is not that big of a deal. Alright, so do that. And I think we're ready to head out now. Gotta make sure to actually withdraw my new gun. And I guess I'll just keep the G3 on me in case. Alright, so now we are ready to rumble, and hopefully I did enough here to give us a chance in the warehouse. Again, the warehouse is tough, and it doesn't give you that much XP, so I can't rely on leveling up. I was tempted to go back to the Chinatown and grind, because again, we were getting a lot of XP there. But then I thought, we'll just see how it goes in the warehouse. I might not need to grind. So we are actually getting pretty close to finishing the game now, because the museum is one of the last few dungeons. So we'll make a save here so I don't have to do all that again, because there's no save point at the beginning of the warehouse. And now we are ready to go. Kind of weird that we can't just tell anybody about the museum. We're just expected to go straight there. Though even Kathy doesn't seem to be around. Alright, so let's head to warehouse. Where it appears to still be day, even though it's night outside, because for some reason they didn't make a alternate... Well, I guess they would have had to make a whole alteration of this just to make it look like night. Instead, it's just kind of in between day and night. Alright, and my health was not full. Guess we'll use that and just let it recharge. And we already did loot a few chests in here. Alright, rat. Oh, we got spider and rat. So, because I put that anti-stiffness on my armor, we are immune to the slow effect from the spiders. Right, remember how I said the warehouse is hard? We're already almost dead. Oh, cool. My resist stiffness did not resist stiffness. This is going great already. I guess resist stiffness is not a... Also, why do they do so much friggin' damage compared to how much health I have? I don't know if I'm still underleveled for this area. But I kind of thought that resist stiffness would, you know, give me immunity to the effect instead of apparently doing nothing. I think it just gives us a higher chance to not be affected by it, which is kind of lame. Okay, all of my inventory is still sorted, so we don't have a lot of healing items either. Which means this is going to be pretty brutal, and I'm probably going to have to turn back and do some grinding. Thankfully, this area is not too large as far as I remember. SP Protector. Light and very durable armor. Is that better than what we have? I don't think it is. 36, 48, 29. No, it's generally worse. And a rocket for rocket launcher. So yeah, as I mentioned before, rockets are the only weapons that use a different ammo type. Oops. Just noticed the phone there. And that's back the way we came. Offense +2, that's also useful. Honestly, we might be better off just going with a pistol the next time we get a good one. Because once you get big stat pile onto it, the faster charge time really does come in handy. It's locked. I think we might need to fight for the key. So no, you can't get through here. Oh, there it is. Forgot about that. Now, I thought I remember a battle triggering where something jumps off that catwalk. But that might be a different part of the warehouse. Let's save again so that I don't have to go back and get the key. Thankfully, being an RPG, there is... Ooh, that's my other save. I'd say, being an RPG, there's no penalty for saving a bunch. You don't have to worry about your grade being bad at the end. Oh, you know, it might actually be the opposite. Maybe something jumps up onto the walkway. Ah, spiders. I was literally standing still. I don't know how I could avoid that more than I did. Well, if you guys are just gonna... stand there. You notice this battle's a lot easier without the rat. You can see all they drop is ammo. So they don't give you any favors in this place. I still don't really understand why they give you such shit XP, though. It's like, oh, you fought the harder battles? Well, too bad. Stop trying to level up. Oh, another offense +2. You're getting to be quite offensive. And also our gun's getting pretty good. Tool. Defense +2, also good. Arguably more important right now than offense. Alright, and down the shaft we go. Aya just has no qualms about climbing down an elevator shaft by the cable. She's like, oh, this is just what I guess I have to do. Hey, guess what? We're already at the boss of the area. So this guy is a fucking nightmare. Mainly because he has one attack that completely fucks you up. But he also has 3 targets, so he has the 2 claws and his body. And you actually want to take out the claws first. That attack right there is the one that will destroy you, because those bubbles have your defense. But what I didn't know when I fought him is you can actually just jam yourself right up behind the claw. So the reason we want to destroy the claw first is because he actually takes more damage when he loses body parts. He just seems so laughably easy now that I know you can stand behind it. But yeah, you see, even if you're slightly to the side there, it'll still hit you. The lasers are also really tough. Man, this is another case of me hyping up a boss, only for it to turn out to be way easier than I remember. Also, weirdly, he never seems to try to just walk into you. Well, took less damage from walking into him than I would from getting lasered. You can also see how long that defense down debuff lasts. Even with the claws gone, though, he still does have a lot of health. He has like 800 or something. Yeah, there's no specific way to dodge the lasers, you just have to run around. That was way easier than I was expecting. I thought I was going to die to him at least twice, and we didn't even get a level out of it. But the main reason to kill him is that you get a rocket launcher for doing it, which is the only rocket launcher you get in the regular game. You can see it does a shit ton of damage. And it has really long range, but you only get one shot, and we only have one extra rocket. Still, I'll make sure to actually use that, because I never bothered using it in my previous runs. Ow, steam. Aya, don't just stand there in the steam. The one random place in the game where there's a hazard. So yeah, there's no Eve here. There's just a crab that gives you a rocket launcher. And that's it. You don't even get, like, a conclusion to this area. It's just like, alright, you did it. Good job. Just making sure there's nothing else here. As far as I can tell, this area was just supposed to be a decoy to keep them distracted while Eve did her thing. Alright, now we just have to make our way back out. I thought there was more enemies in this area. But that actually, again, was... We had more trouble with the actual enemies than I did with the boss. So I thought that was going to take me a whole episode, but I guess we now can actually start the museum. Without... Oh, no. Aya, please. Thankfully she doesn't climb down the whole thing. We can start the museum without having to wait till the next episode. I sort of took a whole break from recording this game during Resident Evil 2, but I would like to finish it up now because, again, there's always more stuff I want to cover on the horizon. Or in the past. I'm not really sure how to avoid those well. Also, I guess this stiffness ability is shit. I like how I'm just out of his range, he can't do anything. You can just float and sputter. Alright. Again, fairly easy. Oops. Did not mean to touch that door. Thankfully, it won't throw us into a battle. Now, I should save. I was going to say just to be safe, but then I don't need to, but I'm not sure if we'll get to save at the start of the museum. So there would be nothing worse than going all the way back there and then being like, oh, hey, guess what? I have to fight the crab again. Which I think I could do, but I mean, it's going to be fast. Which is kind of more important than difficult at this point. Damn it, I keep brushing that door. I'm not actually trying to go through it, I'm just... You know, it's another door where if you touch it, it opens. Or not even if you touch it. If you touch the area in front of it, she'll slowly walk to it and open it. Like, I thought I remember battles in, like, this hallway and the room we were just in. But no, I guess there are only 2 enemy spawns here. And they just give you a taste of the power of palette swaps that you'll have to face in the post-game dungeon. We also saw that cat here that got chased off, and that was it. Never actually fought one here. Alright, I hope you're ready for a wacky night at the museum with Ben Stiller. We're gonna have to fight a Mitochondrial Chocobo. I'm sure this dinosaur exhibit will have nothing to do with what's going to happen here. Oh, Aya, you're clipping through the door a little bit. Just ignore it. Alright, I think there actually is a phone, yeah, like right there. Who's that? Who's there? I wonder who it could be in the museum. Hey, this is Aya. I went to the warehouse, but all I found was a giant crab. Just letting you know. Alright, so, of course, I've never been to the American Museum of Natural History in Manhattan, so I can't say how accurate this is to how this looked, at least in the 90s, but... I mean, I've looked at a picture of the front, and it looks pretty accurate. Also, we got a paleontologist down here. And a sneaky medicine. But yeah, I assume this is fairly accurate because I've looked at pictures of the front and it looks pretty similar to what it looks like in game. Sadly, we can't actually take a museum tour and read all the exhibits. Oh, but what's this? One of the exhibits is smashed. A little weird to find a museum just hiding boxes of medication behind their exhibits. But then again, there was that one national park in the States, in the Grand Canyon, that just had a fucking bucket of uranium sitting around in the museum. Because apparently nobody knew it was uranium. Hey! Oh, but what's this? Museum battle. We got some dinosaurs. So you might assume that these would be raptors because it's the 90s. But these are actually supposed to be troodons. Big, monstery troodons. And you might go, why are there dinosaurs? Well, something mitochondria bones. You can see they are considerably weaker than the enemies we fought in the warehouse. And, of course, give a shit ton more XP. Wow, we got a lot of bonus points from that. How the hell did those dinosaurs get here? Good question, Aya. Hey, you ready for a new track? So the museum is a pretty good area. I don't remember it being super hard or anything, I just kind of generally enjoyed it. Alright, we got a handgun that is actually, I think, better than our shotgun, or at least equal. So we'll probably end up using that. I could actually use the super tool to get the shotgun's burst onto it. Just gonna pour my bonus points into my guns. It's locked. It seems like certain somebody led us into a trap. A dinosaur trap. And then we have these, which are supposed to just be chameleons? I'm not really sure why they're in the museum in this dinosaur area. But they're pretty harmless. And they also drop junk. I think they're the only other enemy that drops junk. Aside from the ones we've seen so far. I don't think there's enough of them to make it worth grinding junk off of them, though. So, going up there basically just triggered the enemy encounters and stuff in here so that we can actually progress. And now we just have to backtrack. So yeah, this area is just kind of generally fun. There's nothing super frustrating about it. There's no bats. And you can see I'm kind of over-prepared now for how little damage I'm taking, because of what I was expecting from the warehouse. Alright, so we have unlocked most of our PE powers, but we still haven't gotten the best one, which we probably won't until like the very end. Though actually, if I do some grinding in this area, I could probably unlock it. I might do that between episodes, just grind a little bit here in the museum. Oops. Oops. It's not working, but I'm sure it'll start up again if I deactivate the alarm. Yeah, you hear that alarm? Nope, me neither, but it sounds like music. You might think that you can activate this, and you can. How many animals are hiding? You just gotta kind of count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so there are a couple of these little quiz kiosks around here. What happens if I do it again? Nothing. But it is worth completing all the quiz kiosks, because you get a little bonus. Oh no. A single chameleon bars my path. He never stood a chance. Oh good, some medicine too. This is really what I want at this point in the game. Please give me a shitty healing item. The rainforest. Perspective is kind of weird here, because this whole area in the back leads back to where we came from. Someone obviously doesn't want me to get through this area. So this is our mini-boss for this area. You can see, will not actually start a fight with us until we get close. He's not too tough, though. Got a cool little face there. Surprised that didn't poison me. Destroyed. It's always great when that actually works. So that was just the area mini-boss. Where is that medicine 2 we picked up? What was the nutritional source of the first organism that lived 3.9 billion years ago? I believe it is nitrogen oxides from volcanoes. Alright, just more of the same. Maybe we've already seen 3 new enemies. Well, I guess 4 if you count the crab. These chameleons don't really give me a good opportunity to use the burst on the shotgun, since they hop out of my range. Already another level up. We didn't even get a single level from that crab. And that's the pain with using a analog stick as a D-pad. see, we can go that way, or we can go this way. I don't exactly remember the layout of this area, because I haven't actually done this too many times. You know, a lot of my replays of the game have come from, like, the first half. Which is also weirdly similar to my experience with Ocarina of Time. I've actually only beaten Ocarina once, but I've played, like, up to the end of the water temple so many times. And not even because I'm one of those people who hates the water temple and is like, fucking, I can't go on after this. I find the water temple is not too bad. It's a little tedious, but it's not, like, painful or anything. It's just that I've always ended up, you know, losing the save or whatever and having to start over. It's one of those games that I would like to LP if it wasn't for the fact that, along with Resident Evil 4, it's one of the games that's been LP'd by, like, thousands of people. I mean, sure, I could put my own commentary to it, but there's only so many new things to say about a game that everyone's played. Or at least everyone from my generation, it feels like. You would have thought that Scorpion was there to block your way, or prevent you from getting a key, but really he was just literally blocking you. And there's pretty much nothing here, but we'll see why shortly. Wait, what was that noise? Well, obviously it was the noise of a cutscene triggering, Aya. Hey look, now there are a bunch of boulders here. And another new enemy. So, this is the armadillo, which again, not really sure why these guys are in a museum. Like, I know some museums do have live animals of some variety, but not things as large as armadillos, as far as I know. Like, the Museum of Nature here only has, like, some, like, eels, and a couple of different kinds of insects. Leeches. Nothing very big, though. I think the eels are probably the biggest thing. We did get a bunch of medicine 4, which is pretty nice. Alright. So there wasn't really anything to that. More chameleons. Better top off my health since my PE will come back in the course of this battle. Oops. I was like, is she gonna fire the other shot? But I was targeting the other one. I like how even mutated by PE, their tongues are still pretty tiny. They're like little Yoshi tongues. Still getting plenty of XP for this, too. The museum is actually generally the place you want to grind for the dungeon. The post-game dungeon, because you just get so much XP here that it's easy to get up to max level. Or at least, you know, as high as you can get before you stop getting worthwhile XP. The mitochondria creates ATP, adenosine triphosphate, within the cell. How much energy is this equivalent to? Well, we did hear this from Clump earlier. I believe it's 200,000 volts per cubic centimeter? Okay, I think there's a phone up here. Your inventory is full. Well, let's toss one of these Cure Ds. You can see my ammo crate is maxed. And I was actually wrong. It looks like we have 9 rockets from the ones we found, not just 1. Alright, defense +1. That on the CM protector. More dillos. Pretty easy to avoid since that's like their only attack. Makes like a weird whip sound when they hit you. Alright, we got pre-raise, which basically is an auto-revive. So as long as it's active, you will auto-revive if you die. I can't get through here. She doesn't say why, you just can't. Like, don't even try, I just can't get through here. Okay, so I think this is the room where the phone is. Well, you can see something gooey has been through here. And we were chasing a big blob here, so I think you can take one big guess at what it was. They try to dump boulders on our head. Okay, I think... So we can go down to the first floor from here, which is, I think, what I was thinking of. Because we can go back down to the phone through here. Offense +1. And you can see we are back behind here, where there's some more treasure. I guess we can't actually get out, though. Thought we could. There's definitely a save point around here somewhere, I know it. I can feel it. Primarily because that's a lot of stuff to have to redo. Hey look, more rocket ammo. Now we have 18. Which is, I think, more rockets than I could really use. Alright, another Troodon. Very easy. By taking mitochondria, which uses oxygen as its nutritional source, into the body and living with it symbiotically, the bacteria has acquired a tremendous amount of energy. I don't know why they say bacteria when it's a organelle. What was the consequence? Well, aging is the consequence. Since mitochondria are not able to replicate themselves perfectly and they start to break down over time, which is generally accepted as the reason for aging. Or age-related symptoms. Oh no, someone has killed prehistoric man. It was these armadillos. Vandals. I do wish that hitting an enemy when they're in the middle of an attack would actually, like, force them to restart it, instead of basically just pausing it long enough for you to get hit by it again. Alright, Alright, now you can see we're not getting as much XP because we need like 20,000. In 1987, Cann and Wilson released a theory stating that humans were derived from Mitochondria Eve. Which organism is thought to be Mitochondria Eve? An African female. Alright, this must be where the save point is. I wish I had some kind of better area of effect, because I mean, we got the burst, but again, it's hard to get these guys close together when they just hop around randomly. And use gentle lick as their early attack. I like that you can see it pop out when they jump too. They just can't hold that tongue in. Alright, I think we can go back down this way. If we can get past all these battles that want me to keep fighting. I think this is generally going to be a long one. I just remember there being an early save point, and I guess I was wrong about that. At this rate, I'm going to level up again before I find it. Okay, revive. It's always a good thing to have in your inventory. Also locked. So yeah, there are still a decent number of keys we need. I thought there was another staircase here. Isn't this what I just picked up? It's also locked. Oh, again, I can't get through here. Doesn't say why. Just take my word for it, alright? The way is shut. We cannot get out. What's that? You were asking for another new enemy in this episode? Well, here, have the Pteranodon. Which I don't actually remember if that's the name, but obviously you'll be seeing it as I say that. Which... oh, I did not remember these guys having blind. Blind beam. Well, I guess we can start swapping our medicine 4 for medicine 3s. Or that medicine 2 there. Do I have anything else crappy to replace? Any phone in a storm at this point. She really had to run to get to this battle. pretty good damage at this point. And we almost got another level. All I need is to either find the elevator or find another phone. Either one of these will do. Instead, all I'm finding is more of these. At this point, I think I might have to just go with a quick save. Otherwise, this will be the episode that never ends. I mean, I know I did say I wanted to complete Parasite Eve soon, but not like this. Okay, there's the elevator. I think this is the alarm panel. No? But the gate's closed. I won't be able to get through here. Hey, did someone just lock the door? Better grab this treasure chest. Pockets to carry more items. Okay, so that might actually be worth using as our new loadout. So we're locked in. He must have locked it. I can go out through the window. If I slip, I'm a goner. Let's see. It looks like I can only get in from there. What should I do? Whew, made it. Alright, for the sake of keeping the episode reasonable length, I'm going to say we're going to call it here and continue next time from this exact spot. So until next time, I've been Shadefyre, this is Parasite Eve, and I hope you'll join me for some more mitochondrial dinosaurs next time. Until then, take care everyone.